All right, so those, of course, have been, the major developments that have taken place since last night. Remember, there are multiple hectic meetings that are taking place in the national capital at the moment, as this understanding was reached between India and Pakistan. Pakistan, of course, violated ceasefire at multiple locations across the border, across, the IB or the LOC at multiple locations. But so far as drone activity is concerned, after 11 p.m. last night, there has been no drone activity. Thankfully, some normalcy returning to Jammu and Kashmir as well, as we have been showing you. But remember, this understanding that has been reached by India and Pakistan is only on ground, is only militarily. Everything else that India has done so far as diplomatic strikes are concerned against Pakistan-sponsored terrorism, and Pakistan remain, that status quo remains as far as the Indus Water Treaty is concerned or the visas is concerned. All of that still remains. Of course, so the next few steps forward are still being discussed as we speak. In the national capital, Prime Minister Modi has met with the three tri-services chiefs as well as the CDS at his residence. But remember, India and Pakistan have reached that understanding, with the United States playing a mediatory role in the process. However, this peace might be fragile, as India under PM Modi has issued a firm and clear message to its neighbor. New Delhi has made it unequivocally clear any future terror attack originating from Pakistan will be treated as an act of war. The government has stressed that a swift and strong military response will follow if such an attack occurs. Now remember, this is a bold and unambiguous statement from India, signaling that while the current ceasefire holds, there will be zero tolerance for any further acts of terrorism. India is essentially telling Pakistan not to take the temporary peace as an opportunity for mischief. Even if all objectives of Operation Sindoor are met and a promise of peace is made, the message is clear. Any future aggression will be met with a powerful, swift response from India. My colleague Pragya has been tracking the developments in the national capital. Remember, multiple meetings taking place as we speak. Pragya, what's the latest in the national capital? New Delhi is again witnessing a series of meetings with Prime Minister leading all of them.
Well, the meeting is still going on. It's almost over 1 hour. I could say that CDS and everyone arrived exactly at 10:50 a.m. to 7 LKM, and the meeting soon began. Raksha Mantri also arrived after that. So Tri-Services Chief, CDS, NSA, Raksha Mantri all are in huddle at 7 LKM, which is Prime Minister's residence. We have an emerging security situation at border. We knew that the ceasefire violation has come late last evening also from Pakistan, soon after the ceasefire was declared, and it was Pakistan who approached India to have this ceasefire in place, and we agreed. We are a peace-loving nation, but we also agreed that rest of the things will remain same. There will be no Indus Water Treaty as of now in existence, and we will not take your residents and citizens inside India, and we will also send them back to Pakistan if there are any in India. We will all do that, but this is only putting a stop to the military exercise that we are doing against Pakistan, only as a response to what Pakistan did to India. So we have been always saying that we are measured in our response, and we are doing it in a non-escalatory manner, but we will retaliate whenever Pakistan does that. But Pakistan being Pakistan always lied, always gone back to its word, and this is exactly what we saw yesterday evening when they started attacking and also starting firing on many locations, including Jammu Kashmir, Srinagar. We saw the drones, many in the western border, many cities in the western border, in fact, had gone for a blackout. Yes. All of that, the security scare that we witnessed even after the announcement of ceasefire is a major concern right now. And in fact, this is also, India needs to be very prepared, because Pakistan cannot be trusted at all, despite the ceasefire. So onus is right now on Pakistan. We went one step ahead when they said that, okay, we are ready to have peace in the region. We being a bigger player in the region, we agreed to it. US said that they meditate mediated in that particular process. They approached us, but it is finally India and Pakistan's call to have this ceasefire is what government of India is saying right now.
Okay.
So all of that is going to be discussed
All right,
in this particular
Pragya,
meeting.
I'll come back to you, of course, for the latest that's happening in the national capital. I'm also joined by Pradeep Datta, our colleague, who's been tracking all of these developments. Pradeep, once again, even as that understanding between India and Pakistan was reached last night, we did see Pakistan violate ceasefire at multiple locations. And that is why the kind of, uncertainty that still prevails despite the kind of understanding that the two countries had reached. What is the latest that you're picking up there? What is happening around you?
Yes, you're absolutely right. Because of the Pakistan's treachery, going back on their words, what they had promised during ceasefire, within 2 hours, they violated ceasefire, opened mouths of their guns, and there was an aerial intrusion from their side. And though that was completely thwarted by Indian air defense system and Indian armed forces, but yes, there is a uncertainty, and airy calm right now prevails. But troops are on high alert because they are not lowering their guard. Already a message has been sent to them clearly that in case of any aggression from across, deal with that straight in a very strong manner. But yes, as Pragya was rightly saying, see what is right now the meeting, that there are important decisions that are to be taken. One is that nowhere it's going to be business as usual with Pakistan. They are only going to stop this kinetic action, because there will be no military response, because as India really wants peace in this region, prosperity, once again India is giving this a chance. Now it's up to Pakistan to see whether they are going to grab this opportunity or they will continue with their provocations from other side. So business as usual, when I say, that means Indus Water Treaty will continue to remain on freeze. That means they will continue to ensure that the water will be as per what India really wants to ensure, that it should go to the other side, to the lower riparian. India will be having control over water, because India has made it clear. Now India's security doctrine is water and blood can't flow together. It can't be the same diplomatic ties. It can't be the same way that people from other side will be welcome.
Pradeep, I think there's been a certain change in stance as well as far as India's approach to countering terrorism is concerned. Pradeep and Pragya, thanks very much for the moment, for joining us. We will keep coming back to you for the latest as far as the developments in the national capital are concerned.